right, so every now and then we like to ask this question and see what you all have for us. Why do we want to talk to you on Monday? If you remember last time, there was supposed to be the Guinness Book of World Records breaking of the most people playing the kazoo together. Unfortunately, they did not break the record. But
could have been almost as historical as a new pope.
Macon, yes, could have been in the Guinness Book of World Records. So why do we want to talk to you on Monday? 1-855-BERT Show, 855-237-8746. Because we did get an email from a Bert Show listener, and we are definitely going to have to check with her on Monday because she's got some potentially serious drama happening.
All right, we kind of have one of these with you already earlier in the day. Is this like perfect Mother's Day that you have spelled out in black and white for your husband? Can he pull it off? But is there something going on this weekend in your life? Could be Mother's Day related, maybe not. That is so dramatic. Like, it's such a great storyline that we got to check with you today and then check back on Monday. 1-855-BERT Show.
This particular one is not Mother's Day related. It came straight to my email. She wants to be called Jess, which is obviously not her real name. She says, "Hi, Bert Show. I really need your advice because I've made a huge mistake, and I think it's about to come crashing down this weekend. Months ago, during a rough patch in her engagement, I had a one-night stand with my best friend's fiancé.
Oh, my gosh.
Bruh.
We'll call him Ryan.
That's not your best friend if you're sleeping with her fiance.
That's a fair point.
I think so.
I think that,
She may be your best friend, but you are not her best friend. No best friend would act that way.
The parts want what the parts want.
Oh, the part, not the heart, but the parts.
Jess says it was a terrible decision, something that never should have happened, you think. We both agreed to never speak of it again, and I've tried to live with the guilt and move on. Fast forward to now, the wedding is this Saturday, as in tomorrow. The rehearsal dinner is Friday, as in tonight. And suddenly, I'm getting signs that my best friend, let's call her Sarah, might know. She sent a text that said, "Can't wait to see how honest everyone is this weekend."
Oh, why would
That is weird.
Yeah, that's not so random.
Ryan has been acting distant, barely making eye contact with me, and being weirdly polite. Then a mutual friend who doesn't know anything casually mentioned that Sarah's planning something. She says she has a surprise for everyone at the reception.
Oh, my gosh.
Now I'm panicking. Is Sarah going to expose what happened in front of everyone? Did Ryan tell her? Did someone else find out? I'm still going to the wedding, but I'm an emotional wreck. I can't stop replaying everything in my head, wondering what's about to happen. Do I say something before the wedding? Or do I just show up and hope for the best? Or do I skip it entirely? Please help. I am seriously freaking out. Jess.
Well, Jess, I hate to break it to you, but you are not her best friend because if you were, you'd be in the wedding.
Yeah.
Well, it's actually so true.
Right?
I think that's
had a feeling.
I think that's a really good element here, to be honest with you. Like, if you're not in the wedding, and the risk here is so high, and you're getting every indication your gut is saying that this is what's going to happen, I'm not showing up. I'm not going.
Doesn't that put a more glaring, maybe she's in her head about this because obviously what she did, and she knows what she's did, and she feels tremendous guilt about what she did, which she should, that now she's so in her head about this, she's seeing things that aren't true. And if she skips the wedding, it's going to be even more glaring that something's amiss.
Yeah, I just can't imagine as a bride, I would want to make my entire reception in front of my friends and family about a mistake that my so-called best friend and my fiance, now husband, have made. Like, if I'm making it to the altar, that day is all about me. Pay attention. This is not about some kind of mistake. If we're going to highlight it in any way, I'm doing it behind the scenes. I'm gonna call you before the rehearsal dinner, and we're gonna hash it out then. But I can't see this becoming some kind of shakedown on what is supposed to be the most happy and magical day of a bride and groom's life.
For me, this would come down to if I wanted the person to remain in my life. If I still wanted to be in this person's life, because I don't want to say friend, because it just feels odd calling them a friend. But I would show up. If I was willing to stand on business with what I did, I would admit what I've done, and I would get ahead of it, and I would not go.
I ain't going, man. I am not. Look, what we've learned on this show is that woman's intuition is pretty strong. And if your gut is saying that she's going to expose you somehow, it seems to me like the risk is so high that I wouldn't show up.
How do you explain just not going last minute?
She's got a cough, man.
She got
that bad allergy. She got gout.
I hear it's going around.
You better limp to my wedding if you one of my good friends. You got gout.
The Bert Show.